Y'all know the name.
What's crack-lacking, boys and girls? I am Martinio, and welcome back to what is video number, or car number 3 of the Racing Icons pack, and we have the Bentley Continental GT3 at Silverstone. So, we're going to give this a little wrap around here. Again, sound very nice. Just listen to that noise. Ooh, it does sound nice. Now the one thing about this car is very, very good, but it is a little bit disconcerting because it's one of the only cars that's got fucking right-hand drive. Ugh. So it may seem like a simple thing, but for me it's like my brain just can't figure it out right now. Well, it can, but it takes a little bit getting used to be honest with you, especially if you're working cockpit view. If not, because if you go to centre view, it's not ideal because you're sat too far back and the bloody wing mirror or the rear view mirror is fucking massive. So it does take a little bit of getting used to. Again, it shouldn't be a problem, but this is really nice, you know. The noise is really good. It's got a very good front end. It is a bit oversteery, admittedly, from what I've seen. But the main thing is just, you know, the right-hand drive issue, to be honest. That's the only thing, you know, and you'll get used to it. But when you've been driving, I've been driving this game for, it's been out for a month now, hasn't it? And near enough all the cars are you're either sat centrally or you're sat on the left. To be sat on the right, you're like, oh, what's happening? It's the Twilight Zone. What is this strange new thing? It's going to kill me. Well, yeah, it's a nice car to have in the game, to be honest. It has, you know, a bit more variety to the GT3 section. How it'll stack up against those cars, I'm not entirely sure. I know this is in real life. It's a very heavy car in real life, and I imagine that will still transfer to this as well. But right now, you can't really feel it. It does feel very light, very manageable. You know, the power doesn't come on like a hammer to the back of your skull. Very manageable. And you do get the, you know, especially when you're trying to put the power down a little bit, a little hint of oversteer. But apart from that, it's really good, really planted. And like I said, it adds a bit more variety to the GT3 class. Not that it really needs that much more variety because there's so many bloody cars in that class. You know, you've got the Audis, you've got a couple of BMWs, you've got the Ginetta, obviously the McLaren 12C GT3, which is fast becoming a firm favourite of mine in that class. But yeah, it's a nice car, you know. It really is. Again, with the right setup. See, there's that oversteer. I didn't get turning completely correct. I wasn't really properly following the line there. Still having trouble with this whole driving and talking thing. But yeah, I'd say it's a nice addition. I would have liked to, you know, if it was my Racing Icons pack and I could say what cars are going in there, I would ask for more touring cars. You know, more British touring cars, maybe some more DTM cars to go with it. But you know, this is I don't know why they would put this in a Racing Icons pack. You know, it's relatively new to GT3, I think. I don't know. Is it still racing in GT3? I'm not entirely sure, in all honesty. But it's nice. It's got oversteer. It's got like a snap oversteer to it, especially through that section there. But it is a nice car. Again, with the right, you know, if you spend time on the setup on any car, you can make it very, you know, drivable. You know, you can to the point where you can kind of really start to push it. I'm not particularly pushing very hard right now. I don't really, you know, I don't need to. I'm just trying to get it around the track at a somewhat respectable pace and not put it in the wall or the gravel trap. Definitely get the oversteer out of that corner there and a little hint out of there. After that, you know, it's very, you know, there's plenty of grip. as well with this car. And yeah, when you get turned around, I've always struggled with that corner. To be honest, it's not made easier when your viewpoints change as well, from going from left to right in terms of the cockpit view, because I always run with cockpit view or the central cockpit view, depending on the car. Because the one thing I'd say about the cockpit view is, you know, it depends on visibility. Oh god, I'm having a Kimi Raikkonen, shit! Whack this fucker around. Whee! Okay, well, I didn't put in the barrier or the gravel, so I'm happy. But yeah, just take a little bit of a gentler touch compared to, say, something like the Audi or the McLaren. But again, with the right setup, you can, you know, a bit of time spent on setup. It's getting more oversteer as you're going now, actually, for some reason. Again, that could just be me and my inputs. But yeah, again, you spend time with on any car with the setup, and you know, if you know what you're kind of looking for to get out of the car to suit your driving style. Some people prefer cars that are a bit more understeery. Some people prefer that little bit of oversteer. Me, I kind of sit in the middle. Some cars I want the understeer, some I want oversteer, some I want, you know, a nice balance. You'll always have one or the other. You know, I think it's kind of impossible to get the car that doesn't do either. But yeah, you know, on the whole, very nice car to drive, very fun. A bit more challenging than the other two that I've raced so far, the McLaren and the Mercedes, but again, different classes, so you can't really compare them. But again, against things like the Audi and the McLaren 12C GT3, the other GT3 cars, it's a bit more of a handful, a bit more oversteery, you know. But again, fun, and if you want to if you take time to kind of learn what the car's doing and learn this, you know, what you need to do setup wise, you can probably start pumping in some very quick times and be very competitive in the car as well if you're going to race online, which I like to do. Again, we've had a resurgence of knobheads who just don't know how to, you know, seem to just want to, fuck it, I'll use the car in front of me as the brakes. I won't need to use mine. Oh, I'll save them for later. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about this car, to be honest with you. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe for more daily content, and I will catch you boys and girls on the flip side. Peace. Theoretically, you should be able to push it pretty close. I think it was only like 1.2 seconds down. But yeah, I like this one. I like this circuit as well. The only one I don't like is this one, because it's really hard to judge. I don't know if anybody gets it. It doesn't help when the fucking sun's in your eyes. Don't these things have fucking sun visors? Where's my sunglasses? I don't know. Anyway.